It was a harrowing day for a Canadian freighter there on Lake Superior. Something came up from under the water and took out a big chunk of the MV Michipicoten. Was it an underwater UFO? Hi everyone, I'm Mary with MaryGreeley News. Thank you very much for joining me. After a rather harrowing day, the MV Michipicoten has made it to Thunder Bay, Ontario, and docked at the Kiefer Terminal. A combined effort of the crew, the U.S. Coast Guard, Canadian Coast Guard, the crew of the MV Edwin H. Gott, and other rescuers ensured that it wasn't a terrible tragedy. I believe this was yesterday. Lake Superior is the world's largest freshwater lake by area, 31,700 miles, or 100,000 kilometers. It is also the coldest and deepest of the Great Lakes, with a maximum depth of 406 meters, or 1,332 feet. A pretty unreal morning on Lake Superior for the MV Michipicoten and crew. She hit something and began to take on water. 35 degrees southwest of Isle Royale. And I'm going to show you. It occurred somewhere within this location over here. The collision and the water that it started to take in made the vessel list over 15 degrees before her pumps were able to catch up with the incoming water. The vessel, a 689-foot lake bulk carrier, and was fully loaded. Had the seas been rough, she likely wouldn't have made it out of that 15-degree list. For reference, they haven't lost a lake freighter on the Great Lakes since the Edmund Fitzgerald in November of 1975. It's been that long. Many of you will remember that song that was written about the loss of life on that vessel. The area where the collision happened was in 700 feet of water. What could have hit it? I highly doubt that a tree trunk would have caused that much damage. According to the U.S. Coast Guard, the Canadian freighter carrying iron ore made it safely back or to Thunder Bay. This is a massive vessel, 689 feet long, and it began taking on water yesterday morning after the ship struck something in Lake Superior near Grand Portage, Minnesota. So that would be over here. And they're saying the location actually was within this area right here. So critical was the situation, half of the 22 crew members were evacuated. 11 in total were taken off the vessel. Once moored in Thunder Bay, the damaged 689-foot vessel will be inspected. The freighter began to take on water shortly before 7 a.m., and they're saying it was 35 miles southwest of Isle Royale in U.S. waters. Coast Guard officials said onboard pumps drained some of the water, which reduced the listing from 15 degrees to 5 degrees. The freighter was accompanied to Thunder Bay by another bulk carrier, the Edwin H. Gott, with the assistance of the Coast Guard, U.S. Border Patrol, and Park Service boats. The Michipicoten left Two Harbors, Minnesota, bound for Thunder Bay on Friday evening with a load of taconite pellets. It's an iron ore that is used for making steel. The ship is owned by New Jersey-based Rand Logistics, which operates a fleet of Great Lake vessels. 10 of RAD's vessels are U.S. flagged. Another 6, including the Michipicoten, sail under the Canadian flag. The ship was carrying iron-rich taconite, a low-grade iron ore mined on the Mesabi Iron Range. Ships bury the pellets, which are the primary ingredients in steel making, from Duluth. Here's a little bit about the ship's history. The Michipicoten was built in 1952 as the cold fire steamer Elton Hoyt II. It was converted to diesel propulsion and rechristened as the Michipicoten in 2003. That's when it was bought by a company that is now the subsidiary of Rand Logistics. Rand filed Chapter 11 back in 2018 and was purchased by the New York-based private equity firm American Industrial Partners. Serious ship accidents involving the Great Lakes freighters have been rare in the recent decades. The last major shipwreck was the sinking of the Edmund Fitzgerald north of Whitefish Point, Michigan in 1975. Now this is interesting. I don't believe in coincidence. The 729-foot Fitzgerald was carrying taconite pellets across Lake Superior when it sunk during a storm, killing all 29 of its crew. Once again, a ship carrying taconite has some sort of impact to the bottom of the vessel. Now, the Edmund Fitzgerald actually split in half before it sunk. I don't know. What are your thoughts about that? Now, luckily, the recent accident was during, good weather, calm seas. But for the amount of water that was being taken in, the crew was panicked. So what are your thoughts? Put your comments down below. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll talk to you later. God bless you. Bye.